Hello everybody, welcome to Sling Lure's first instructional video. I apologize in advance if this video is terrible, but this is the first time I've ever done such a thing, so please bear with me. The reason I'm doing this video is because I've had a lot of questions and inquiries about the knot that they see in a lot of the lure and fish pics that I post online. This is called a Rapala knot. This is the only way that I join my lures to my line, whether it's a 3.5 inch or my 8-inch musky lure. For my 8-inch musky lure, I just have a heavy fluorocarbon leader that I tie this knot still. I do not use anything. I do not use steel leaders or swivels. That's a no-no for me. This is it. This is the only way that I use a lure. This morning I was out and I found this one. I'm pulling my finger behind it. Hopefully you can see the line, but they actually tied a Rapala knot to the split ring. Kudos to the person for using a Rapala knot, but you do not use a Rapala knot for the split to the split ring. It goes directly to the toe point, not a split ring. Manufacturers put split rings on lures to kind of give the action of a Rapala knot and make it easier for the fishermen who might not like to tie the knot. An easier way to join their lure to their line by tying a regular fisherman's knot to the split ring. I did sell my lures up until last week with split rings on them to make it easier because that's how most people do it. But recently I went to a duo lock snap. It's this guy right here. This is a duo lock snap, and it is basically the metal version of a Rapala knot. I do not use one because I'm old school, but if you do use one of these in the future as a quick way to change baits, I strongly recommend that when you tie to this, that you retie periodically, because what happens is people use these as a quick way to change baits and they tie it on, they just leave it on, they never retie the knot. And what happens is this knot over time gets stressed to the point that it breaks. And at some point they're going to cast this off into oblivion because their knot finally gave out. So if you use one of these, I have zero problem with people using them. It actually, like I said, it replicates a Rapala knot, same action. Adds a little bit more weight because it's metal, but overall, this is a metal version of the Rapala knot. So if you use one of these, refresh your knot periodically, at least daily if you fish on a daily basis. Like I said, all my lures now, small ones anyways, come equipped with the duo lock snap. Ben, come over here and get these, by the way. I strongly recommend you do not remove them from here to change out other baits, only because I found it very difficult to find these locally. So if you lose it, you may have to resort to learning how to tie the Rapala knot, because I can't find them around here. So leave this on here and treat it as a split ring. Just leave it on your lure if you're buying them from me anyway. So to teach you how to tie this knot, it's actually very simple. I find the most difficult thing about teaching people how to tie the knot is how for the person to actually hold the lure and not get stabbed. But this knot is not difficult at all. Here's my lure I'll be tying to. So basically, this is coily. I am using a red heavy monofilament line for visual purposes, but what you do is you take your line and you tie a simple overhand knot. So you've got this nice little loop right here, and you got a lead. Grab your lure. I hold my lures like this. Yes, I touch the hooks, but that's just the way I do it. I've never stabbed myself, but anyway, you take this lead line and you feed it right through the toe point of the lure. Take this lead line that you went through the lure with and go up through that overhand knot and kind of cinch it down to about right there. I'm sorry if this is a little awkward, but I've never done this knot with a camera in front of my face before, so bear with me. But when you have something that looks like this, pinch that overhand knot that you created, and now it's just as simple as tying a fisherman's knot. Heavier monofilament line, you only need to make like 4 or 5 wraps. Lighter line, like 8 pound test, 10 pound test, I would go around 7 or 8 times. But go around, and then you take this lead line that you just wrapped around, and you're going to feed it up through this overhand knot. Not here, right here. So you go up through. Now, this is the part that everyone forgets when they're trying to do this from memory, especially when they're first doing it, is you roll this back over into the loop that you just created. Now here, I pull this up a little bit. This is what it kind of looks like from the start. It looks complicated, but it's not. I take this line right here and I bite it, and then I pull here and I pull here. So I'm sorry, I'm going to take this off camera while I do that, but there you go. There's your Rapala knot. Once you got it cinched down, there's your loop, there's your knot. Cut off the excess, and there you go. If you have any other questions, feel free to send me an email, but in my opinion, this is the only way to use a stick bait. You get the best action of your lure, and like I said, any questions, send me an email, and I hope this video was helpful to you. I don't even know if there's an option for likes or not, but I guess if you'd like to like it, that would be great. Thanks. Have a good day.